in your hood? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about our top 10 shooting guards right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, here's the deal. If you guys missed out on the point guard tier list, make sure to go check that out. I did record it before Jimmy Butler came out, as well as Dwayne Wade, but here's the deal, guys. Wherever I rank Steph Curry, that's basically where D-Wade would be, and wherever Luka Doncic was, that's where Jimmy Butler will be. They're not going to be on the shooting guard list just because if you're going to use Jimmy Butler, you're more likely to use him at point guard than shooting guard. Now, I'm not against using Jimmy Butler or Luka at shooting guard. I need that to be, you guys to be aware of that. Like, they would be probably top 5 on this shooting guard list too. Just kind of keep that in the back of your guys' minds as we do hop into this thing today. I was actually pretty impressed with the overall shooting guard list. I think it's deep. I think it's solid. And from top to bottom, there are even some really good budget cards now. Like, I know a guy that didn't make it was the interdimensional Tim Thomas, but for his price, I am a massive, massive fan of the card. Nonetheless, guys, let's start this thing at number 10 with Dark Matter Michael Finley, who a lot of you guys might have forgotten about, but if you got him as an RNG reward, I love Michael Finley in my team. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, on spots from everywhere. Stat-wise, I mean, nearly perfect. Sure wish the block rating was a little bit higher, but everything else is nearly perfect. Badge-wise, really complete as well. Give him Rise Up. I would probably recommend that. But everything else, Michael Finley doesn't need, right? He doesn't need Pro Touch. He does not need Floor General. He doesn't need those badges. Tendency-wise, again, perfect. John Wall base on very quick. Oscar upper. A lot of times now with the end games, even with some of the invincibles, the releases are so fast in my team. Michael Finley's is a little slower, so if you struggle with the super quick releases in my team, you're probably going to really enjoy Michael Finley, especially with the Oscar upper, really smooth, normal leaner, MJ dribble style, D-Rose size up, I love that. They move him in the back as well as the Asta slide. It's pretty tough to beat what Michael Finley is and can be in my team from top to bottom. Do think he is that top 10 shooting guard at number 10. Coming in here at number 9, we're plugging in invincible Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. This is our first, I don't want to say first good Kawhi, because, I mean, some of these Kawhis were okay. Like, the Eclipse Kawhi was fine. I mean, Diamond Destroyer Kawhi was fine. But were they ever, like, you know, the Kawhis that we saw from past years? No. And this invincible Kawhi, I mean, he's not necessarily the Kawhis we saw from past years, but he is really good. 99 everything, perfect tendencies, KCP base, Kawhi upper on very quick. The problem with Kawhi Leonard is this leaner, okay? It's similar to the Jason Tatum effect where neither of them got updated leaners. And again, a lot of you guys might be like, well, Ty, that's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just a leaner. Well, I mean, if you play next gen, you probably know if you play unlimited or even triple threat clutch time, people will shoot a ton of leaners. So if you have the Kawhi Leonard leaner, which a newsflash is not great, that hurts your value. Still pretty good dribble stick, still great release. If he had a better leaner, he might even be top 5. And I'm not gassing it, he really might be. Dale Ellis up next. Dale Ellis and Kawhi are pretty similar. Kawhi's player model is better. Kawhi's going to be better defensively. Dale Ellis, a little better release in my opinion. Maybe about the same type of release. That's preference. But he's at least got the normal leaner. Okay, now that's a big difference between the normal leaner and the Kawhi Leonard base. I actually love the normal leaner. Like, I know some people don't necessarily love the normal leaner. Some people think it's Trey leaner or bust. For me, I actually don't mind the normal leaner at all. I think I green more with the normal leaner than the Trey leaner, in my opinion. D-Rose size up obviously is really good. I personally like it. I don't want to say more than Francis because that wouldn't be true, but I do like it. It's a little bit different. I think it's really solid. Wall size up escape is good as well. I got Dale Ellis on my no money spent, and is he as good as the end games? Probably not, but can Dale Ellis play until the end of the game? Absolutely. Like, Dale Ellis is really good, and he has definitely passed my personal eye test when I have used him on the no money spent account. I mean, he can get you a certified bucket. And again, it's similar to some of the other players that I just went through with Michael Finley, even with Kawhi Leonard. These guys all have releases that are going to be easier to green than the end games. Now, are they quicker? Are they better? They're not quicker, but you can make the case they're better. I love Dale Ellis, and if you do get him as a reward, he should 100% play for you for the foreseeable future. He is that good in my team. And you guys are going to know by my next guy, he is this good. Radiant TMac at number 7. Now, talk about a guy with longevity. Radiant TMac has it. Now, a guy I forgot, don't get mad at me, just going to plug him in at 7 as well, so we're going to rank 11 guys, is Terry. I forget about Terry all the time because he's undersized. He came out long ago. But Terry TMac both at number 7. Let's just plug them in side by side. Here's the deal. It's always been a debate in my team between Terry and TMac. Always. Half the community prefers Terry. Half the community prefers TMac. Which one is better for who? Okay, Terry's going to move better. Terry's got probably better dribble six. TMac has the easier release to green. Again, TMac's taller. It's really preference based. Both of these cards came out a very long time ago, and both of them are still top 10 shooting guards in my opinion. I'm taking both of these cards over Michael Finley. It's crazy to say because TMac's like 20K, Terry's like 40K now, so both incredibly decent values. I don't love Terry's because you got to lock it in, but that's besides the point. Here's the deal, guys. I'm taking both these cards over Dale Ellis. As crazy as that is to say, and I know Dale is free, so I'll just rock out with Dale. I do prefer these cards, okay? These guys are the guys that have ran comp my team for the last probably, 2-3 months, maybe even 4 months. And even for the casuals, this TMac has been a guy that they know and love. Both these cards, absolutely incredible, coming in at number 7. If you do pick up Terry, just know you're probably going to struggle with his release for a little while. But again, both these cards, absolutely elite. At number 6, it pains me, Hero Tim Thomas. It pains me to put Tim Thomas this low. It absolutely pains me. But it's just where I have to have him at this stage. I don't really think I have a choice, right? I maybe could move him to number 5, and you guys are going to see why. But I love Tim Thomas. It's just all good things come to an end. A couple months ago, maybe even a month ago, he was top 2 on my shooting guard list. Times have just changed in my opinion. Not that I don't like Tim Thomas. Not that I still can't use him and have a lot of success with him. I just don't think he's quite as good as he once was. 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, hot spots forever. I still like the card. Good release, good movement. I just don't think I can put him any higher. Tim Thomas at number 6. At number 5, Invincible Tracy McGrady. I went back and forth between Invincible TMac and Tim Thomas for quite some time, and I'm still not sure who I personally prefer. I do know who you guys are probably going to prefer, and that's going to be Tracy McGrady, okay? And so I'm knowledgeable enough while making this top 10 to be like, if I'm split on something, I've got to give you guys the right option, okay? And the right option for you guys is probably Invincible TMac. Now, there's this TMac event going on right now, and I'm pretty sure Invincible TMac is supposed to be on boards. Has anybody got him? I feel like I've seen people. I put out a tweet today, and somebody's like, "Yeah, I saw somebody get him on Reddit." My whole thing is, I don't want TMac to be common. I think he should be rare, but I think it should be greater than 1 in 1,000. And I don't think it is, right? Even if it's 1 out of every 500 vaults, that would be fine too. But again, I just don't think that's what it is. I think it's probably closer to 1 out of every 10,000 vaults that gets open, TMac pops out of. So his price is still pretty expensive. Perfect stats, KPJ on very quick, normal leader, MJ dribble style, TMac slide, obviously, Day movement on the back. Doesn't have the Asta slide, and that's something for TMac that really bugs me. What bugs me the most about TMac is we're going to see an endgame TMac, right? And he's going to get a change jump shot. He's going to get the KPJ with Sadiq. That bugs me. Because his release is the easiest release to green in the entire game. And in my opinion, probably the best release in the entire game. And the fact that it is getting changed is going to bug me. Because all the end games have the same release. 2K has showed us that time and time again. It's the way it's going to be. I'm not ready for that. TMac, I love you forever. You'll always be one of my favorite cards in my team history. At number 4, Invincible Danny Granger. Yes, if I'm you guys, Invincible Danny Granger is the shooting guard I'm picking up. I think for his value, probably the best shooting guard on this list outside of Radiant TMac for his specific value. I love Danny Granger. Good frame, 6'9", good wingspan, 7'1". You want to talk about one of the easier releases to green in the entire game. KPJ, K-Love upper on very quick. I don't know how else to phrase it. The K-Love upper is training wheels, right? So yes, KPJ is a quick release in general. But if you give the Kevin Love upper on it, it's literally training wheels. Everybody can green with this card. 6'9" at the 2. Great badges. He is an invincible. Perfect tendencies. Animation-wise, absolutely incredible. Normal leaner. I like that just as much as a trade fade, basically. Normal Asta slide. Honestly, I'm going to say it. For 70% of you guys watching this video, Danny Granger is your best shooting guard in my team. For 60 or 70% of you guys watching this video, you're going to have more success with Danny Granger than anybody else on my list. Now, is that me saying he's my best shooting guard? No. But I think he is going to be a lot of your guys'. So if you want to put him in number 1, I have no issue with that. At number 3, endgame Rashard Lewis. I mean, here's the deal. My number 2 is Kevin Durant. These two guys are basically the same. Now, why do I give the advantage to Kevin Durant over Rashard Lewis? Well, a couple of reasons. Number 1, you can get KD for free. Okay, if you grinded spotlights, you get KD for free. Number 2, he has a wider player model. He's a little heavier, which honestly, because he's a little heavier, maybe Rashard Lewis moves better. But here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. Rashard Lewis would cost you guys probably tens of thousands of dollars to get right now. And that's not even gassing it. Like, Rashard Lewis is going to be so expensive because you literally need every card in the entire game to even come close. He's not even in the game technically yet. Well, he's in the game technically, but nobody's technically got him yet. The card is good. I respect Rashard Lewis because objectively, he is an endgame. He's going to have good SIGs, all those things. But let's be honest with ourselves. KD's longer. I'm giving the advantage to KD. Rashard might move better because he's skinny. I don't know. We'll see. But KD's longer. Rashard number 3, KD number 2. As my number 1 shooting guard in my team right now, endgame Paul George. I went back and forth between Paul George and KD. And here's what I came up with, okay? Paul George moves better, KD's longer. That's as simple as I can put it. If you want a primary ball handler, I think you're going to have more success with Paul George than KD. I think it's a pretty easy recipe to know and understand. KD might be better for you guys. And that's fine. If that's the case, do what you guys got to do. They're going to have the same SIG, same animations. In my opinion, Paul George gets me more buckets than KD. It really, truly is that simple. Pretty sure during my Paul George gameplay, you'd have to go back and watch it because I don't really remember. But I'm pretty sure I struggled. But you guys got to realize, a lot of times with the endgame release, it's so fast, I feel like you've got to play for like 30 minutes before you really get comfortable with that release. It's not something you just load up the game and you can adjust to. It is so fast. And that is something that I think, people have to take into consideration when I am doing endgame type of gameplays. But in my opinion, Paul George right now has the slight edge over KD and is our best shooting guard in my team. If you're high on Bron, Melo, any of those guys, just know those guys are really solid as well. But as it stands right now, these are my top 10 in my team. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.